So, if you have seen my unreasonably long video about the upcoming remake of the World of Magic, you probably have an inkling idea that I don't like the new UI they have shown on the previews as well as the beta test. To put you up to speed about why I don't like it, well, my main concern is that it ain't got personality. They took away too much of the personality of the World of Magic, which is being a retro mobile MMORPG with pixel art style. The inventory screen has too much information. I'm not saying that the information is useless per se, but it is information that you can display elsewhere, like the character screen that is already present in the previous UI as well as the new UI. And I'm not really a fan of the orientation of things. This thing here is where the initial 12 slots of inventory that everyone starts with, right? The one where you can put your bags in. But the problem is that it's too damn small. This UI might work on PC, yes, but having such small icons on a mobile game might give problems. And another small thing, the way the bag looks here is quite boring. You know the feeling of having the same bags on your inventory? It just feels satisfying. There were even cases that even though all of my bags were 7 slots, but they're a mix of koi bags and mushroom bags, I still make a conscious effort to make them all the same. But in this UI, it just doesn't hit the same level of satisfaction of having a uniform set of bags. And I think the color scheme is partially to blame. I'm not really a fan of the new color scheme because it made the game look like some sort of generic mobile game, and it just feels boring. Well, I already addressed the no personality thing, but the old menu was literally a book, and this bookmark thing is let you switch to a different tab when you press it. I mean, how cool is that? That's an infinitely more creative approach to the UI design. And in order to be ahead of the "why don't you do it yourself" crowd, I will be Just like in any piece of art, I started off with a sketch. I tried to map out where things will go while considering all the factors that I mentioned earlier. Well, if you're familiar with Inosha 4, the single-player RPG counterpart of the World of Magic developed by Come to Us, then you might also be familiar with the inventory system in that game. The bags are on the side and you only need to click it once to view the contents of that bag. At least that's way better orientation than whatever this thing is trying to achieve. So, I mapped things out with the design in mind, and then I started to apply some details so I could see how it would look like with the color scheme and the item. I decided to stick with the old color scheme because I really like the theme of the old one. I really like the idea of bookmarks as the menu tab, so I decided to extend it to all of the menu tabs. And then, I saw these locked equipment slots on the preview. I'm not really sure what they are for, but I still decided to add that to my design. Now that I know where things will go, I started to make the menu design for real this time. I used old paper as the base color and went from there. I put the bags on the side just like in Inosha 4, but you have to scroll down so you can see the rest of the bags since there were only like 5 slots in Inosha 4 and 12 slots in TWOM. But it's not really intuitive and it can be a bit confusing, so I will be redesigning this in a bit. As you can see, I'm just reusing the old icons because why fix it if it ain't broken? They fit the art style of the game and they don't look out of place in the UI. Plus, they look kinda charming. Then, I put the tabs on the inventory that can sort your items just like in the new UI. Then, I added the extra information button where you can see your stats. And then, the eye thingy that hides your hat or costumes. I also added a magnifying glass icon besides the pet, just like in the new UI so you can see the pet information. And with that, it should be done, right? Well, no, because I didn't like my initial take on the bag system, so I came back the next day to fix it. And I came up with this. If you have played World of Warcraft before, then you're probably familiar with the add-on Bagnon. It basically just shows all of your available inventory slot in one neat giant bag, so you don't have to look around your bags one by one just so you can find what you are looking for. I basically stole that idea and implemented that to my design. Whenever you equip a bag here, it will automatically unlock, let's say for example, 7 slots of inventory in the All tab. This makes the bag system more intuitive and easier to use. But the downside is, the gold will be displayed here, which isn't too bad, but I still think it looks weird there. But that's the best I could do for my hypothetical design. I wanted to put it on the same side as the bags, but that will make it too crowded, so I didn't. This redesign fixes the majority of my issues with the new update. And I made this all in under 4 hours, and I have no prior experience in UI design. What more could a $1 million company accomplish in months, or even years of development? By the way, I didn't do all of this just to disrespect the developers and all of the people that work on this. I just did it because I have way too much free time and I care too much about a game that doesn't respect my time. I'm coping and I'm hoping that the developers don't abandon the aspects that made me love this game. I mean, I'll still probably play it but be salty about it for a few weeks. And that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and leave a like if you did, and let me know what you think about my redesign. Subscribe if you wanna see more, and yeah, that's it for me. So, bye!